we're back. Let's see. I'm just gonna unpause it here, and we'll continue where all the action left off here. Last video ended with the bridge being built because Jeff decided to pull it out from underneath everyone. There's Eyestock for Cash, wandering, stricken with melancholy, forever doomed to wander around. All of our troops are still outside, and according to Dwarf Therapist, let's see. I'm just gonna read through the list of names of people who are either already too depressed to carry on, or probably will be stricken with melancholy soon, or something. Z Lunatic, you have 0 happiness. Master Ozra, 0 happiness. Juju Dog, 0 happiness. Daedric Dwarf, very unhappy, 0 happiness. Shatari, Thom York, Slaxer, Edgar, and Zartine. All of you have exactly 0 happiness. Zartine, you've actually got 25 happiness. So in the grand scheme of things, you're still extremely upset. There's maybe a mini spiral about ready to happen. We'll see. We'll unpause it. There's dwarven justice to be had in this video. Something goes flying through the air. Let's see. Thom York attacks Ronald McDonald, but he jumps to the side. Somebody threw something. And there is a fight breaking out. Let's see. Vaser hacks Z Lunatic in the lower body. It tears apart the muscle, tears apart the spleen. Oh no! Z Lunatic stands up. Vaser again brings his axe back and hacks Z Lunatic in the left upper leg. The leg sells off. Vaser then laughs and kicks Z Lunatic in the second toe on his remaining foot. Vaser then also hacks Z Lunatic in the right hand. The hand sells off. So Z Lunatic, you're dead. Yeah. And Z Lunatic, you've bled to death somewhere, wherever you are, up here. There you are. Oh, well, I guess you were getting dwarven justice. I'm sure that Vaser was only dispensing what was needed there. Claim your unfortunate body and bury it along with the rest of the heroes who were lost in this siege here. Hurry up with that bridge, get it built quicker. Let's see, Gargles, he's constructing the building. And Polar Beard is doing some archery. Let's see. Cat Minkot is fighting. Who is that? The cat stands up. Oh. Zartine, you're out here killing a cat. Zartine bashes the cat in the right rear paw with the crossbow, but the attack just glances away. You then tried to bash it in the left front paw, but the attack glances away. You kick the cat onto the ground. It stands up and meows at you, looking up at you, like, "Why are you doing this to me, you animal abuser?" The cat dusts itself off, regains its pride, and begins walking away. Oh, you crazy-ass dwarves. Some more fighting. Zartine bashes the cat again in the left front paw. I think you're gonna do your best to finish the job on the cat. Zartine bashes the cat in the upper body with the crossbow. It bruises the muscle and shatters the true rib. Zartine, you're doing this at your own peril. You're getting 51 days in prison already as soon as we get the bridge built. Infidel, you still have a beating heading your way. And everyone else who needed to get some dwarven justice has already been dealt with or is deceased. I do need to get the slabs built for the people who died. Let's see, Firetoe, Gamma Ray, and Jeff. I need to get their memorial slabs built. Engrave, so let's see, where's Jeff? Jeff, Gamma Ray, and Firetoe. I might have to do this off screen, I don't know. Sorting through all these names, since they're not in any type of alphabetical order or any type of order at all, it's not like this is the order they died in. At least I don't think. There's Zalrog Man, Baby, Griffin God, Z Lunatic, no. Revocane, no. There's Firetoe, baby. We'll get that memorial started. I may have to dig through this name through this list for Gamma Ray. I'll do that later, if his ghost happens to rise up or something. Where's Jeff's name at? We need to get a slab made for him. The bridge pooler, the bridge destroyer. He decided not to bridge it this time. There's Firetoe, baby, Revocane. Yeah, shit, I don't know. True King of Croatia, Weather Pants, Mean Melter, Mr. Oasis. Oh well, I'll have to look through it later. I'll do some more off-screening here in a bit if the dwarfs calm down. There's that poor cat, and it just bled to death. It's suffocated. Are you gonna be punished even more? No. No one's assigned to your beating either. No one's assigned to your beating either, infidel. So there's 2 beatings and a beating and a prison sentence left. And as soon as we get this bridge built, I'm gonna have to also order someone to go hook it up to a lever. There's iStock for cash, just rolling around on the ground. I don't think he's naked yet. Have you stripped all your clothes off yet, buddy? Nope, not yet. You're still wandering around in full armor, a quiver full of arrows, and your favorite crossbow. You're hugging it as you mutter to yourself. Well, it is 15th Hematite, 1084 early summer, population of 99. I did also, you know, I decided if the fortress is going to continue, I don't plan to end this. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't plan to end this fortress until it goes down in a blaze of glory. And I can't sabotage the fortress by turning immigrants off. So I did bump immigration back up. I set the population cap to like 125. So it shouldn't be too much longer before we get some immigrants here to replace the ones we've lost. I think for the time being, though, maybe things will calm down a little bit. I'm gonna pause it, or I'm gonna stop the video here, doing a little bit of off-screening. I might have the bridge hooked up to a lever by the time we come back. There's 24 volunteers constructing the building, and provided no one else gets beat to death, yeah, I'll come back if they do get beat to death. I think. Otherwise, I'll figure something out. Okay, well, it's 26 Hematite, and there hasn't really been any more action involved with the dwarves. Infidel, you got yourself 26 days in prison, though, and Vaser is about ready to come hand out your beating. Dowd Pride is gonna go lock Zartine up. But Infidel, you destroyed part of our road out here, so quite frankly, I don't really care what happens to you right now. That is a lot of effort for our dwarves to haul that many stones there and to build that. And for you just to get upset and crush it, I'm kind of thinking that Vaser, whatever he does to you is going to be suitable. But the bridge just did get finished. All of these dwarves that I had standing around out here, I have told them to stand down, because many of them were on the verge of starvation and dehydration. So they will all be pleased to run back inside, and they can relax and stand down for some time. I did scramble some more squads to go out there, though. I scrambled our top 3 squads, the Gilded Flags, the Boats of Kissing, and the Walls of Order. Whew. Fun times for everyone. You know what? I also need to actually real quick... Well, you know what? Screw. Well... I don't know if I should hook this up. Yeah, I should hook it up to the lever, you know? I really should. Just to be on the safe side, in case all of our military gets wiped out, and I, for some reason, have to try to seal off the bridge without depending on someone kicking it down. I better hook it up to a lever. What if we get sieged by, like, ferret suffocated? How sad. What if we get sieged by, like, whoa. Whole bunch of, I heard that. Vaser, you are attacking, you're giving the beating to Infidel. Let's see. Vaser hacks Infidel on the left lower leg with a steel battle axe. The severed leg flies off. Yeah, you're dead. That's all she wrote. And Infidel, you've bled to death. Let's find out where you are gonna be. There you are. You died on the bridge. You didn't even get to make it back inside to cool yourself down. You didn't even really get to think about what you'd done. By the way, I'd have to say that your prison sentence has been cut short, by the way. Yep, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, do I even have a prison? Hang on. 51 days in prison for Zartine. I cannot remember if I actually set up our prison to be used. Where is it? I think it's all the way down here, right above the forge. Are all these set for justice yet? Used by justice, used by justice. Okay, yeah, they are. Just wanted to make sure that they had a place to take you to. Where are you all going? Infidel dog is gonna go brew a drink. Well, you'll never really know your father, will you, infidel dog? poor you. Troops are streaming back inside as the fresh bodies go out there. I also claimed a whole bunch of items. So actually, gilded flags, go station yourself over there. I want the boats of kissing to station themselves right there. And the walls of order, just station yourselves kind of right in the middle here. Just spread out. I want to make sure that while our civilians are outside cleaning up this front area, they might have some type of military protection. I know we're going to lose a few people in ambushes here, but that's the name of the game from here on out. The gloves are off. The dwarves are going to be at the mercy of whatever they run across. Who do we have here? Oh yeah, there's a couple more things. I was going through some of the characters. I'm still trying to find out who killed all of the werewolves, because everyone we looked at only killed like 1 werewolf, 2 werewolves. Nothing important. Lord Blackthorn got 18 of those kills. He killed 2 of the kobolds, and then 16 of the werewolves. So there you go. Vaser, you are the other person, the other real person who actually killed a whole bunch of people. If I can find you out here. There's 24 volunteers. You've got 2 kills. You killed one of the elves way back in 1078 and a werewolf in 1084 in that siege. There's Alchemia. You got 2 werewolf kills there. Congratulations to you. Vaser, you've got an insane number of kills. I don't even know how many it is. Something like 20 or 30. I'm sure we'll bump into you at some point. There's Hippo Man. He didn't kill anyone that time. Edgar, you didn't kill anyone. J Fighter, you don't have any kills. The Eye, you're our master craftsman. You kind of miss out on all of the combat so far. Let's see, there's Passacoy. He's carrying someone to their tomb. Whose body are you carrying? Eshtan Amanladokendoken. I'm not sure if that was one of our dwarfs or, you know, a caravan guard who was lost. Gonna be an eventful year, I think, for Shove Copper. Who do we have here? There's Ernst McJaysnark, you don't have any kills. There's Master Ozra. He has 4 kills, but didn't get any of the werewolf kills, unfortunately. There's Hippo Man. I guess that's fine. We'll find Vaser at some point, I'm sure. There's Lord Blackthorn running back inside. Ernst McUnicorn. You have 1 notable kill, that giant werewolf. I think we already checked on you, though. Salty Nut. There you are. Just 1 salty nut. Not even a pair. Nami, Lum the Mad, Blind Chaos. Blind Chaos, did you get any? No, not yet. Bagwham. I'm not sure if it's Bagwham or Bagwam. Dr. Spangler, I don't think you're a combat person. There's Greybeard. He had 1 kill, a werewolf. Vaser's gotta be somewhere around here. I just want to see his kill list because it's so incredibly long. I can't believe he hasn't named his weapon yet. And of course mixed in with the werewolves and stuff are the occasional dwarf that he has to strike down. What are you all doing? Store item and bag. They're carrying Plump Helmet Spawn. I think that they're carrying the Plump Helmet Spawn out here. There must be bags out here somewhere. I'm not really sure. It's gonna be chaos now that the front gate is open. Dwarfs are constantly going to be running out there and grabbing stuff. Gear that the merchants have dropped over the years. Of course, all of the illithids, I think they drop gear. Let's check an illithid pile. Yeah, there's large cave spider, large lobster stuff. So much clothing to get rid of here. Hopefully we can get most of it carried inside, and then whenever a trading caravan comes, we can just haul it all off to them real quick and ship it all off as quickly as possible. Try to clear up this map a little bit. Oh no, and Slaxer, you went stark raving mad. Let's see if we can find you in the units list here. It doesn't seem to be a violent insanity. You might just, you know, be the cute kind of insanity where you strip off your clothes, run around, and then throw yourself into the volcano. I didn't see your name. Of course, whenever I'm talking and doing this, there we are. I don't pay much attention. Oh, Slaxer the Fourth, you're dead. We'll have to replace you at some point. Your deity is Arist, associated with death, war, and fortresses. She's giving you all of that and more. I'm not sure why you're too sad. Maybe just because your hunting dog here died? I mean, you only know 2 people. Your passing acquaintances, both of them are alive. Again, I want to look at Vaser here. We need to find him. Because I want to see his kills, and everyone that he knows. Everyone that he's known and been friends with, basically, is dead. There he is. I'm not sure how he's held it together. He's got 24 kills. He killed Infidel. He killed Z Lunatic. He killed all of these werewolves. He's a monster, a warrior of, you know, the highest caliber. Let's see. His lover, of course, Iralisi, is dead long ago. He worships the god of jewels, Omer, and Nish, a male still dwarf associated with trade and wealth. But let's see. Your 2 pets, dead. All of your friends on this list, on this screen, are dead. Most of them on this screen are dead, except for Z-Sword. Z-Sword is still alive. You've managed to kill 1 person that you had a grudge with, and Master Azra is your other grudge, and he's still hanging on, but just barely. He's close to snapping from insanity. You are making a few friends, but even your long-term acquaintances are dead. Let's see. Jufidel, baby. You've made friends with a baby. Dion. A couple more babies here. It's mostly just babies. I'm not sure why a brave warrior such as you, maybe you see babies and you appreciate the joy of life just a little bit more than everyone else, seeing as how everyone you know has basically died over the years. Oh, yeah, there's that body. Get that thing out of here before it starts stinking. Someone pick it up and take it to its tomb or something. Did get those memorial slabs made for, Jeff and Firetoe. Or, Jeff and Gamma Ray. Daedric Dwarf, you're throwing a tantrum. You'll no doubt get your punishment soon. Dogs are going crazy all over the place. Zartine, you've got 48 days in prison left. And, yep, I guess we'll just keep our eyes peeled for everyone else and see what happens with their tantrums. Don't go too crazy, Daedric Dwarf. I'm not gonna give Vaser a non-lethal weapon. I like my guards. My guards for the fortress, I like them to be well armed. Because it's not just the occasional rowdy dwarf they bump into, as you've seen. It's also werewolves and dragons and snake men and all types of other crap. Ooh, there goes Lord Blackthorn stationing himself over there. Yeah, you guys need to get out there. Leaving Polar Beard all alone. He's only got copper high boots on. Well, an iron one-horned helm, copper gauntlets, scorpion treated. I'm not sure if this is good or bad. I kind of feel antsy having my squad spread out. There's Vaser. There is Jello Snark. Master Azra. Did I put both of you in the same squad together? Surely not. Master Azra, do you have a grudge against him by chance? I want to see. You have a grudge against... Yeah, you do have a grudge against Vaser. So, in my infinite wisdom, I've placed you 2 in a squad together to work out your differences. Maybe you'll get over your grudge, or maybe you'll just laugh as he lays there bleeding to death with a werewolf latched onto his throat. Either way, it is 5th Malachite, 1084 Midsummer, down to a population of 98. Hopefully the rest of the dwarves can maintain their sanity. Daedric Dwarfs calm down. I want to check real quick, make sure he didn't do anything foolish to end up on this list. Nope, he didn't, so you're fine. You maintained your calm. You were just pounding your hand into the stone, crying and screaming. You didn't break anything, though, and that's what's important. So I'm going to let the dwarves continue to run around, pick this stuff up, and I'll come back whenever, you know, something more interesting happens. It's 5th Malachite, 1084, Midsummer. Well, Daedric Dwarf, it didn't even take, like, I don't even think 1 day, and you already flipped back out, and you're attacking someone right now. Let's see. Here you are, and you are attacking the catfish while he goes about his day, picking up stuff out here. You scratch him in the head, bruising the muscle through his skull. He takes off running, and I think you look around kind of freaked out about what you just did. You know what's going to happen, don't you? Oh, you know. You're getting 26 days in prison, and you're just lucky that they're not sick and Vaser after you, the bloodthirsty fiend, because he would love nothing more than to spill your sweet, innocent, delicious dwarf blood all over the ground. Yeah, small update. You've been warned, Daedric. Well, it is 16th Malachite 1084, and we have a whole batch of migrants that have arrived over here on the east side of the map. That bumps us up to 107 dwarves. So we'll get them situated, I'll get them named. It's going to be kind of a pain for me to get them named. I've got a lot of, I guess I'm kind of crying and bitching here, but I've got a lot of reading to go through. I need to find out who's dead, who's going to be a fourth, who's going to be a fifth, who's going to be, a third because it's their first dwarf. It may be a while before I get all of them named. But I'll try before they do anything notable. But there we go, our first batch of migrants from after the battle, to replace those that we've lost in recent times. We'll welcome them. And then we'll watch them die, probably, a slow, horrible death somewhere. There's a small, brief update here. I stalk for Cash, our legendary archer who trained so hard and for so long, but ended up not having the heart for battle. You finally succumbed to your sorrow, and died from thirst because of it. Well, rest in peace, I stalk for Cash, wherever your stinky, rotten body is. I don't even see it here. This is where it zoomed me to. I don't know. I guess we'll find your corpse and stuff it in a coffin somewhere. The only other notable thing going on is Passacoy is currently in a fey mood, and he's running around the fortress, creating an artifact for us. So the next update will probably be going over his exquisite creation. I'm sure he's got a huge story to tell. Hopefully he tells something about this battle and the heroes that emerged from it. It is 6 Galena, 1084, late summer, and we're still standing guard vigilantly outside the gates. Well, it's that time again. Another vile force of darkness has arrived. We're under siege once more. This time, once again, by a bunch of werewolves. There's one squad to the east there. If there's too many squads, we'll pull back inside and fight them. I don't know. There's 2 squads. Maybe on the other side of the bridge. Did they only send 2 squads? No, there's a 3rd squad. So they only sent 3 squads. The dogs are going crazy. This is not the time to be barking dogs. Hang on. Okay, let's see if we can do this without the dogs barking. Roommates have people coming and going, so the dogs might go crazy throughout this. But as I was saying, we have 1 squad stationed right here, and they are going to be swarmed. There's Jello Snark, Thovo-Kane Baby, Revo-Kane, Revorik-Kane, and Dowd Pride. All 3 of them are standing around, and they've got a squad to the south and a squad to the east. I know that they're going to make eye contact with that squad and charge them, and those 3 are going to be swarmed and obliterated, along with their meaty, delicious baby shields. We need to get the squads over here scrambled down there as quickly as possible, and also get a few additional squads. Maybe some reserves pulled up to stand in the doorway. I don't know if we'll need them or not. There are civilians scattered all over the place. Oh, let's see, A, B, C, D. I'm going to station all of them right here. Actually, I'm going to try to pull them back and station them over here. Just right there out of the way. We'll unpause it, and I want to see what they do. If they take off and fall back. Good, they do. They didn't see the werewolves down there yet. So actually, A, B, C, D. Now my biggest concern is, actually, let's get also E, F, and G. We'll station them just right here. Now my biggest concern is the simple fact that there are civilians scattered all over the place. Like, there's a civilian there running over the mountain range. They're picking up body parts and clothes all over the place here. It's Sir Drake III. He's a new recruit who just arrived with the last migrant wave. Those werewolves are moving in. I have to believe that these werewolves... Okay. A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, D. There we go. We're going to give a kill command And I want them to go down there and kill these werewolves as quickly as possible. If they can get there. Somebody fires a bolt. Let me pull up my combat log here. Who is that shooting? I don't see... Who's an archer? I don't see anyone tagged as an archer that's shooting. There we go. There's the person. It is Urist McIonized unloading a bolt. The flying copper bolt misses the gray werewolf. That one hit. You could hear that. It strikes it in the left upper leg and tears through the muscle. So he's just unloading there. And somewhere a ferret has suffocated. We have tons of ferrets here. Tons of ferrets, tons of nith. Where are you going, Vaser? Vaser, the psychopath warrior, charges to his old station position. And a lone werewolf. Oh gosh. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Get over there and kill these werewolves. Vaser's about ready to be swarmed by the werewolves, and the only person who seems to give a damn is the archer. Okay, let's see. The gray werewolf wrestler shakes the hunting dog around. So there's a hunting dog. Oh, they just threw the hunting dog. He sails through the air and tumbles through the sand. And Vaser is in there in combat all alone. Well, Vaser, I don't know if you have the skills to survive this all alone. We'll see. I'm going to do combat exceedingly slow here for Vaser. Vaser hacks the gray werewolf wrestler in the upper body with the steel battle axe. It tears apart the muscle and tears apart the heart. That werewolf should bleed out soon. So Vaser's doing some type of death dance with these two werewolves. That one's dead. He rips his axe out with a slurp. An orthoclase bolt strikes the gray werewolf wrestler in the leg. And Vaser hacks a gray werewolf wrestler in the lower body, cutting it in two. And then he charges. The gray werewolf wrestler vomits. Another rhyolite bolt strikes a werewolf in the upper body, piercing the heart. Get over there, you dumb soldiers. Quit leaving Vaser alone. Gray werewolf wrestler jumps away from Vaser's axe. Oh, wow. So far, everyone is just rolling around, dodging the bolts, dodging the arrows. I'm not pleased with the simple fact that they're standing back there. Vaser hacks the gray werewolf wrestler in the right lower arm, tearing apart the fat. A few more bolts find their mark. Vaser scratches the gray werewolf wrestler in the left paw, tearing through the muscle. He sneaks up behind that gray wolf wrestler and hacks it in the lower body, spilling the guts onto the ground. Those werewolves have decided they want nothing more to do with that psychopath. And they charge forward, and our military finally charges forward to meet them. I guess they might want Vaser to die or something. No one in the military likes Vaser. They were kind of hoping he'd be picked off and killed by himself out here. That way they could claim that they didn't have anything to do with it. So let's see. The steel battle axe lodges in the wound. Vaser hacks the wrestler in the lower body. It bruises the kidney. He twists his battle axe around. So he's going to have that werewolf dealt with. And the fight is on. Lord Blackthorn bashes the gray werewolf wrestler from behind with a dogbone crossbow. A whole bunch of dogs bleed to death, suffocated, struck down, chewed in two by the werewolves. Another dog bleeds to death. Blind Chaos slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the left hand, tearing apart the fat. You've got a red steel short sword. No idea where that came from. Jello Snark slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the right upper arm with the red steel short sword. The arm flies off. I guess we've equipped ourselves with loot from the dead people out here, from the Illithids and Snake Men. Blind Chaos slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the right leg. So right now it's Blind Chaos, Jello Snark, and Lord Blackthorn all up there with their melee attacks, getting blows in. Calrog Man stabs the gray werewolf wrestler in the lower body with his copper short sword. It tears through the muscle and tears through the guts. He twists it around and grins. Lord Blackthorn bashes it in the lower body with his dogbone crossbow. He's out of ammo. Jello Snark slashes it with his red steel sword. I'm actually going to unpause this and just let it run real quick. So far we've got the upper hand. Master Ozra stands up, dusts himself off, and charges back into battle. Calrog Man slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the upper arm, tearing through the muscle. Unfortunately, you've only got a copper short sword. And here comes that second group. Maybe they'll have second thoughts. Another war dog has died. Ernest McSneaky slashes the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the right lower arm from behind with the Cobalt Short Sword, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. Ernest McUnicorn charges into battle and bashes the white-maned werewolf in the upper body with the Bronze Warhammer. It bruises the liver. Vaser hacks another Werewolf Wrestler in the left lower arm with the steel battle axe. It dangles by just a few pieces of flesh. Lord Blackthorn bashes with his crossbow, doesn't do anything. Vaser strikes another Werewolf Wrestler in the hand with the pommel of a steel battle axe as hard as he can. It fractures the werewolf's paw. They surround those. Okay, so now that group is going to charge forward. I need A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you know what? Let's also call H up here. And give another kill command. Target all of these werewolves. Just go out there and kill them. I want the Complex Inks, one of our backup squads, to station themselves in the entrance just in case any werewolves try to sneak in through, or kobolds or something. Another war dog gives his life to the cause. Better the war dogs than the dwarfs. Ernest McJaysnark strikes with the pommel of his black steel short sword. It bruises the spleen. Master Ozra strikes the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the right paw from behind with the red steel shield. It tears through the skin. So far I haven't seen any of our dwarfs actually get hit. Master Ozra strikes again. An artery has been torn open. Calrog Man slashes the elite wrestler in the left upper leg, tearing apart the muscle. Ernest McJaysnark punches a Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the upper body, tearing through the skin and lifting the beast off the ground with all of his might. Master Ozra strikes the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the lower body from behind, tearing through the skin and bruising the guts. He's trying to jump on its back and bring it down. He bites it in the neck. Ernest McJaysnark stabs the Werewolf Wrestler in the upper body, tearing apart the muscle, tearing apart the middle spine's nervous tissue. The beast goes down, wheezing. Ernest McJaysnark, he also stabbed another one in the upper leg, tearing a sensory nerve. It fell to the ground, and that's when he spun around and stabbed the other one in the spine. Bolts continue to fly through the air. Praise be the archers. Ernest McUnicorn bashes the Grey Werewolf Wrestler, chipping the bone. Master Ozra lands a blow from behind on the upper leg of a werewolf with his red steel shield. It tears through the skin and bruises the bone. Let this go for a little bit. Actually, I want to check some of these dwarfs real quick. Who's got wounds? Blackthorn, Hungry, no. Calrog Man, nope. Ernest McUnicorn, you've got a right upper arm injury. I don't know how recent that is, though. Blind Chaos, you've lost your name. You've killed 2 werewolves. Congratulations. Nami, you've got a kill. Congrats. Ernest McJaysnark, let's see. You've got 3 kills. I don't know how many of those are from this fight, but congratulations. And no, Thovocaine baby, you're just a shield for Master Ozra, it looks like. And he hasn't managed to kill anyone yet, but he's trying. Don't tell me these werewolves are going to pass us by. Nope, they try to flank us, though. A hunting dog gets tore down. Nami stabs the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the right lower leg with her black steel spear. You're like one of the only speared dwarfs that we've got. And you chip through the bone. Jello Snark slaps the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the left upper leg with the red steel short sword. It tears apart the bone. Oh gosh, that dwarf is just standing there calm. Ernest McSneaky, he's just standing there. The werewolves pass him by, they don't even see him apparently. Blind Chaos stabs the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the head with the red steel short sword. It tears apart the muscle and tears through the brain. It goes down with a blank expression on its maw. Nami stabs it in the head, stabs one in the head with a spear. It tears through the brain. It goes down as well. So now they're getting into it. They're warmed up. Edgar Figueroa stabs the Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the hand with the copper short sword, and Vaser scratches the wrestler, tearing through the muscle and bruising the bone. Somebody decides to throw fire and make some glass out of the sand. Whew. Get to it, dwarves. Billy the Kid stabs a Grey Werewolf Wrestler in the lower body from behind. It spills the reeking guts onto the ground. You can tell what they ate. It must have been some elves on their way here. And where's that other squad? There's the other werewolf squad. They've still got a little bit to go. We've got one dwarf over here who's stepping back and running away. It's Dowd Pride. You're not missing anything. It's just your hands and the right side of your body has been nommed on. But you didn't have any body parts ripped off. Oh no. And Ernest McIonized, you're hungry, dehydrated, and you've got a werewolf latched onto you, but Billy the Kid and Tom York are there, trying to beat him down. Billy the Kid slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the head, tearing apart the muscle and fracturing the skull. The werewolf goes down, releases its grip on that dwarf there, and it begins walking away. Wedge stabs the gray werewolf wrestler in the left hand, tearing apart the muscle, and Jello Snark lands a blow. The severed part sails off. You cut the head off of the gray werewolf wrestler. It sails through the air in a bloody spiral. Revocaine stabs the gray werewolf wrestler in the head, tearing apart the muscle. Sounded like somebody dropped some stuff, so one of our guys might have had their arm or something torn off. Werewolves don't normally make a dropping sound because they don't have any gear. And Pasikoy, you have created in the midst of this battle, you've created Kill Rudzikis's, a tetrahedrite toy hammer. Let's look at that. It's called Bronze Splits. And it doesn't have any value. It weighs 2 pounds. This is a tetrahedrite toy hammer. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with calcite and encircled with bands of brown zircon. This object is adorned with hanging rings of donkey bone and menaces with spikes of tetrahedrite, calcite, willow, and goshenite. Well, not a bad little toy there to give to one of your children or something. And Urist McSneaky, they caught you sneaking around, and they've struck you down, and it begins to rain outside here at my house. Nice. Good timing. We'll pause this. Let's see. Urist McUnicorn is knocked over and tumbles backwards. Wedge stabs the gray werewolf wrestler in the head with the cobalt short sword. It shatters the skull. The beast is dazed, but not out of it yet. Somebody is injured here. The dogs go crazy. Urist McJ Snark, you've got a left foot injury. Yeah, the dogs are probably going to go crazy since the storm is here. I don't know how loud it'll be. There's Urist McUnicorn. You're stunned and hungry, and you're isolated by this werewolf. The werewolf is not beat at all. I mean, not stunned or anything. And it's got its full attention on you. Nami, you're pale and backpedaling. Okay, we need to send in the reserves here, the complex inks. We're going to give the kill order to go kill all of these werewolves. Hurry it up. Get out there and give them some reinforcements before we lose too many people. Master Ozra, let's see, you slashed a gray werewolf wrestler in the head, glanced off. Jello Snark slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the left lower arm. The severed arm sails off. Jello Snark turns into a Ginsu machine. And it begins to rain even harder. Thunder and lightning roll in. Revocaine stabs the gray werewolf wrestler in the right upper arm from the side with a cobalt short sword. It tears through the muscle and bruises the bone. A sensory nerve has been severed. Okay, let this play out here. Oh no! McUnicorn, you are being driven backwards by the werewolf who's regained his senses. Another dwarf rips off and peels off from the attack. Begins falling back towards the maw of our volcano. And a turkey's been struck down. Get over there and help that dwarf. So there's Dowd Pride backpedaling, being chased by the werewolf wrestler who's beat up. Jello Snark charges from behind, jumps on the werewolf and drives his sword right through the beast's skull, dropping it down to the ground, and it's done for. So congratulations, Jello Snark, you saved another dwarf. Calrog Man slashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the head, tearing apart the muscle. Revocaine twists his cobalt short sword around in the werewolf's upper body. He begins gasping for breath. Oh boy. Who are you? Because you are about to die. Nami, you just ran face first into a batch of werewolves. I'm going to give it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You know what? Also I. Let's call up another reserve squad here. I'm going to give a huge kill command here. I want to make sure we get all of them. There we go. All of those werewolves. Because most of the ones down here are dealt with, it looks like. Let's see. We have this werewolf. It's twitching. This werewolf is twitching, so they're going to die. This werewolf is not backing up yet. It looks like it is chewing on whoever... Ooh, wow. Urist McJ Snark, you've got a long title. Adil Lion Room, The Inconsiderate Coincidence of Shreds. Again, your title is probably too long to read all of it. Pylops is there, Edgar Figueroa is there. I'll unpause this, maybe they can still save you. You three try to surround the werewolf, but he's a slippery little fellow. Someone throws the baby at him, it bounces off and gets his attention. Pylops bashes the gray werewolf wrestler in the head with the dogbone crossbow, tearing apart the skull. And there's lightning outside, so who knows? Maybe this recording will be lost. I sincerely hope not. Because this has been an awesome fight. And we get ambushed. Are you serious? What a time to be ambushed. Down here there is bile demons, Bargists, bile demons. Oh, and they unload. A, B, C, D. Change of plans for you. Go kill these ambushers right there. As the storm rolls in, the Bargists ambush us. The Grey Werewolf Wrestler charges at Nami. The flying firelight bolt strikes the Goblin Bowman in the head from a distance. It bruises the muscle and chips the skull. All we need to do is kill one or two of them to make them scatter. And the Azurcam Elf caravan from Operati, Opportuti, Fruity Tooty arrives. And hopefully they can come unload their wares without being chewed up. The Goblinist Swordsman chops Vaser in the left hand with the bronze cleaver. It shatters the bone. Where's Vaser getting beat up at? Vaser, you might die finally. There you are, Vaser Inkscald. You are surrounded by 3 of them, and you are wounded. You are exhausted. You are tired. The rest of the military is charging forward, and another ambush. Are you serious? Right here, as we were charging forward, A, B, C, D, actually E. I'm not going to pull you up. You guys go deal with the werewolves, which are not as big of a threat as these heavily armored and highly trained Bargists are. Mistress Swordsman collides with Wedge and is knocked over. Peaton bashes the Goblin Bowman in the right lower leg with the dogbone crossbow. It's deflected. Get up there and fight. Don't let them make it inside. And Vaser takes off running. They give up chase and go after some easier targets. Revocaine slashes the Mistress Swordsman in the lower body, bruising the guts. Mr. Phaserbeam steps into battle, and he stabs the Mistress Swordsman in the upper body with his cobalt short sword. It bruises the muscle and bruises the right lung. The beast begins wheezing, hacking, and coughing. Sergeant Shima stabs the Goblin Bowman in the left hand. The severed hand flies off. He kicks it across the sand and laughs. Peaton bashes the Goblin Bowman again. It glances off. Wedge stabs the Mistress Swordsman in the right hand with the cobalt short sword. It shatters the bone and shatters the hand. Okay, so those werewolves are actually leaving. They've given up the hunt. Nami, you're going to be safe. You ran at them charging and screaming, and you scared them enough that they decided to just leave. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. Everyone now can turn their full attention to these ambushers over here, because there's still 5 of them. I want them all dead. I want all of them killed. I don't want any of them to make it away. And they escaped, I think. I think that's it then. I don't see anyone else. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Everyone can just stand down. You're done. Everyone stand down. Gather the wounded. Gather the injured. Take them to the hospital. In fact, if you're injured, if you've got a nick, if you're bleeding, if your stomach is upset, if you need something to calm your nerves... Somebody fired a bolt way over there. Who is still shooting? In fact, what are you even shooting at? Oh, man. We have a population of 105, so what did we do? Just lose one dwarf? Urst McSneaky so far, I think? Let's check our hospital. No one's wandered down here so far. There goes Alianira Blockquakes, storing an item in the bin. She's our lead doctor, our psychiatrist and therapist. A legendary wound dresser. It doesn't matter how bad the gash is, she can make sure that you stop bleeding, as long as she is the one who takes care of you. Anyone else, and it's quite questionable, especially considering most of our doctors are children doctors still. Hurry it up, elves, hurry it up, get in here, we don't have all day. And Z-Sword, you're also our broker, by the way, so we're going to say that you need to go there. Your presence is requested. And I'm just going to put all of this up. Lead cage, cobalt toy boat, all of this large stuff that I don't need. Yeah. In fact, let's see. How about large? I'm just going to pull all of the closest large silk stuff, and we'll trade that away. And that should be good money. The elves should be happy with that. These aren't the tree-hugging Sylvan elves either. These are the real deal. The real, you know, the real macho badass elves. And look at all of this large clothing that I can't wear. It's a shame we can't shred it down to be regular silk or threads or something we could use. And that should be enough. That's going to keep our dwarves busy for quite some time. Oh, man. Somebody's heavily injured there. Unicorn. Right arm is completely mangled. Look at that. Your right eyelid is gashed. You got one more notable kill, though. A white mane werewolf, but you paid a heavy price for it. Your right hand is broken. Your lower back tooth was completely punched out. Your right arm bears a massive scar from a previous battle. Your left elbow is broken. Your left ankle is broken. Your right arm is torn open. You're completely foobar. You're going to have a lot of time to recuperate. And let's see, Blind Chaos, you got a title as well. Bimble Tubestrade, the long grasping dangers. Wow, 6 kills. Congratulations, you were a murder machine. How screwed up are you? Your left lower arm is torn open. You're slow to heal and very weak. I'm sure you'll be fine once our doctors get to you. Are there any other dwarves out here still twitching? Let's see. 24 volunteers. You're hungry and thirsty? No, you're fine. Kill werewolves? Okay, yeah, I can tell them to stand down. 24 volunteers, stands down. No reason to stand out there all alone. Oh, even though, you know what? I don't want to leave our civilians out here all alone. The 10 inks. Go station yourselves right here by the edge. You didn't have much combat experience. The arches of shooting, you can go over there as well. And the present axes, whoever's in your squad, go stand right there. There's an injured person. McIonized, who has a left foot injury. Nothing major. Let's see. Anyone else twitching over here? I don't think so. I want to see who all was injured here. There's Bimble, yeah. Passaquoi. There's Jeff the Fourth. Keep him away from bridges. Shatari Rasp Fences. Did you get any more kills this time? Unfortunately, no. You did lay down a heavy line of suppressive fire, though. And you kept the werewolves ducking. And yeah, you have a ton of scars too. Your upper body bears a tiny straight scar, just a little nibble from the werewolves. And your left lower arm bears a massive jagged scar, where the werewolf latched on and just tried to shake your arm off. Polar Beard, you're starving for some reason. You got 2 kills, a gray werewolf and a bloody werewolf, and you're not hurt. Oh man. So it is 18th Galena, 1084, late summer, population of 105. We've successfully fended off another wave of werewolves. I'm going to clear the combat sea that is up there. And I'm actually going to take a break and save it before this lightning surges my power and I lose everything. Whenever we come back, we'll make sure that no one dies from, their injuries or starves to death. And I'm sure we're going to be ambushed and sieged again. There's still the man siege, lizard folk siege that we have to worry about. They did arrive once on their flying cave swallows, so I'm sure it's only a matter of time until they show up again. And they're going to be probably, oh god. And see, there's some illithids here. So yeah, I'm going to save it before we do any more fighting. And we have that to look forward to whenever we come back. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Capital fun.